morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Have you ever written a cover letter before?
No, ma'am.
Do you know what a cover letter is?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you've already done your resume, right? You've done your job application. So the other component for your application process is a cover letter. And the difference between a cover letter and a resume and a job application is that a cover letter is more personalized. When you submit an application and a resume to an employer, it just gives them some basic information. You go straight to the point on what your qualifications and your background is, right? Well, a cover letter is a letter that allows you to show the employer your personality, so it's more personalized. So I'm going to show you this video. This is a video cover letter, actually, for a young lady that is applying for an internship at Zappos. And she's trying to convey more of her personality to fit the organization. And that's part of what you need to do when you do a cover letter, is to make sure you do your research on the organization to see what it is they want, so you can bring that across in your cover letter, in your resume, and in your job application. So let me show you this video on this young lady.
For the perfect intern, a hero named Janae Young
Be watching.
knew she had it in her. Here's 10 reasons why you should pick her, and how she uses the family values in her day-to-day life. Delivering wow through service. How can I help you?
Hello, I have not received any wow from your company.
Sorry to hear that. We will get that right over to you. Hello, sir. Did somebody order wow?
Well, I sure did. Thank you. Thanks, Zappos. I'm a loyal customer now.
Embracing change. I think this is what you meant. Create fun and a little weirdness, or a lot of weirdness. Being adventurous is my middle name. I always pursue growth every day. Honesty is the best answer. But never put your teammate down. Maybe suggest something that can make their idea even better. Like peanut butter. And ramen. Yum. Bon appetit. Look, he loves it. And so do I. Support your teammate. Root them on. Be a team player. Never leave their side. Be inventive. Find multiple ways you can use your resources. Less is more. Use your passion to help people. Makes it that much worthwhile. And it's
Passion for fashion.
My styling instincts are tingling. Someone's in danger and needs my help.
I know. Oh, Janae!
here I am. Hey, I'm here to save your day before you even start. Let's go. Boy, do I have my work cut out for me. Nothing I can't handle. Alternative apparel. Levi's. Asics. How do you like your new outfit?
I love it. Thanks so much.
You know, I'm telling you now,
Thanks, Janae. Thanks so
forget to be humble.
2 hours later.
Thank you. Hey Zappos team, once again, I am today board. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that half as much as I enjoyed making it. I'm currently a senior at UNLV where I'm studying marketing and communications. I'm mostly new to downtown. Back in the day, I used to go to Las Vegas Academy, so I've gotten to see downtown change throughout the years, and it's only good. I had the pleasure of getting to tour the Zappos campus a couple days ago, where I got to meet Rio, who was an amazing guy. And he told me about the summer internship program, and I immediately went home and applied. I would love to be a part of the merchandising team. That's where I want to intern for. I've had multiple years of experience in retail and customer service. Definitely throughout the years, merchandising is where my passion is at. I love to learn the ins and outs of it. I think I represent the Zappo culture. I love to have fun. I love to make people laugh. I love to work as a team. This is definitely a perfect fit for me. I hope you guys can see that too. Thanks for watching. I hope that I can call myself a Zappo soon. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, so based on the video, what is your takeaway about what kind of personality she has and how it fits in the culture with Zappos?
Let's suppose that you're writing a really
What sort of
important email to
personality
a
does she
colleague.
have?
So, Frank?
What did she display in the video? She's really silly.
Friendly.
Right. And so, what does that tell you about Zappos culture? Based on how she did the video. That the culture is what?
Friendly.
Silly and
Yep.
funny and weird. So she was basically trying to appeal to the organization by how she did her video. So that was a video cover letter, and what you're going to be doing today is a written cover letter. And a written cover letter shows a company your personality and how it fits within the organization, unlike a resume and an application. Okay, so right now we're going to talk about the different parts of a cover letter. And a cover letter is basically a letter, right? What are some parts of a letter that you would see in a cover letter? This PowerPoint is in that Moto, so you can look at it on your screens if you need to. What are the parts of a cover letter? What are the parts of a letter? Heading. First paragraph. What is the first paragraph? What's in the first paragraph? An introduction, right? Basically, it introduces the letter on what you're writing about, right? Then you have the middle paragraph, the conclusion, the conclusive paragraph, and then the ending. A cover letter expresses interest and qualifications for a particular position. It is tailored for the individual position for that company. It's a personal letter, but it's professional. So the difference between a resume and a job application, which shows a few points that you did, the resume and the job application are professional documents. And like I just said, the cover letter is professional too, but it also has a personal touch to it. It has your general job information, desired qualifications and skills, and key values and words. In order to help you compose your cover letter, make sure that you research the organization that you're creating the letter for. Why would you do that? Why would you research the organization that you're writing the cover letter for? To get a feel of the culture, correct? If you really want this job and you want to show the employer that you are fit for the organization, then you personalize the letter for the organization, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so this is the example of a cover letter, the different parts. Just like a regular letter you would write. Up top, what do you have? Student address, that would be your address, correct? Next, you have the date. person, the exact person who you're writing the letter to, right? And where would you get that information? How would you find out that information if you were interested in a job and you needed to write the letter, put a person's name on the letter? You can call to ask them who's the human resources manager or the hiring manager, as to what the hiring manager's name is. And sometimes you can go online, right, to find this information, right? Right here we have the person's name, the company name, and the address. The next on the letter is the salutation, right? What is the salutation? Dear Miss or Mr. or Sir or Madam, right? The next part is the first paragraph. What did I say the first paragraph? What was the first paragraph?
Introduction.
The introduction, it basically summarizes what?
What you talking about?
Right, correct, what the letter is about. The middle paragraph is what? It goes into more detail, right, about what you're writing about. Then the conclusion is what?
What you think about it?
What was that?
What you think about it?
It basically ends the letter, thanking the employer and giving your what? Contact information, right? Then you close the letter sincerely with your name. Then enclosure, at the bottom it says enclosure resume. So what does that mean, enclosure?
Close.
It means whatever letters are attached, whatever documents you have attached to the cover letter, you write on the bottom. So right here it says enclosure resume. And so here is the heading again. Up top, the first address, well, there are two addresses, and up top is whose address and information? Yours, correct, and then you have the date, and then the second address is who? The employer's information, correct. You see you have the name of the person, get the name of the person if possible, their job title, the organization name, and what else? The address. Then the next part is the salutation. Dear Miss, Mr., Dr., Sir, or Madam. Okay, the introduction, the first paragraph, that is the introduction. The purpose is what? It's in that motto, you can just read it. To get the reader's attention, okay? It's basically a summary of why you're writing the letter and your qualifications. The middle paragraph is what? Good. Highlight your personal skills and how you would benefit the company. And you also show examples, right, of how you would benefit the company. You provide concrete evidence. And you also make sure that you emphasize your interest in the company, okay? Then this is the conclusion. Your conclusion includes what?
Provide contact information.
Provide your contact information, correct. And also you basically thank the employer for their time for reading your letter and going through your information, basically considering you for the job position. And this is your closing, sincerely. You put your name and like we discussed. If you have any closure, like your resume, you type this on the bottom. Closure, resume. Okay, make sure that you adhere by these tips. Make sure that you avoid unprofessional language in your cover letter. Remember, even if we said that it's more of a personal document, make sure that you avoid unprofessional language. Make sure that the letter is only one page, because employers have a lot of different documents and applications and all kinds of documents to go through, so make sure that you make your letter short. And make sure that you put your most relevant qualifications on those cover letters, okay? And make sure that it's easy to read. Any questions? Okay, so we're gonna do this short activity. Remember we said put relevant information in a cover letter. And this says a cover letter is a way to introduce yourself to a potential employer. A good cover letter describes your experience, abilities, gives some sense to your personality, and communicates what makes you the best person for the job. Okay, so right here we have a short activity. It says Sarah is interested in applying for a position as receptionist. Click yes or no to help her decide what should or should not be included in her cover letter. So who wants to volunteer to check in? What do receptionists do?
So like where was it?
Receptionists. A receptionist is a lot like a secretary, right? So what kinds of things do they do?
Yeah.
Right. So these are the sorts of qualifications that she may or may not have for that job. So should she be computer literate for a receptionist job? Yes? Okay. What about previous experience as a receptionist? Okay. Dresses professionally, should that be on a cover letter?
No.
And why is that? Because it may not be directly related to the job, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can click no. Friendly, positive attitude, should that be on a cover letter?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Best friend works next door, should she put that
No.
on a cover letter?
No.
Okay. Enjoys working with the public.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Professional phone manner.
Yeah.
Okay. Tap dances as a hobby.
No.
Okay. Click submit answer to see if you got it right. All right. All of them are correct. She should put she's computer literate. It says yes because it's essential to know how to work with computers these days. Should she put she worked as a receptionist? Yes. She has experience in this kind of work professionally? No. In this kind of letter, that's not necessary to write that kind of information. Also, an employer could see if she is interviewed, if she dresses professionally or not. Friendly, positive attitude, yes. Best friend works next door, no. It doesn't have anything to do with the job at hand. Enjoys working with the public, yes. And professional phone manner, yes. Okay, who wants to do the next one? Okay, come on. Okay, Shane has heard that a telemarketing service in town needs employees. Click yes or no to help him decide what he should or shouldn't include in his cover letter to the company. So what does a telemarketer do?
Call.
Call and, what do they call it? Sell stuff. Okay. So, should he put in a cover letter that he works well under pressure?
Yes.
Okay. That he needs to make money?
No.
Okay. sales for 2 years?
Yeah, maybe.
Click yes.
That's it.
Self-motivated worker. Able to sit for a long time.
No, maybe.
I
I said yeah.
said no. Click no and see what it says. Good phone manner.
Yeah.
Top earner at last job.
No. Yeah.
No. Prefers using headsets.
No.
Okay.
Teacher's party interruption. Yvette Jimenez, please report back to the main office. Yvette Jimenez, please report back to the main office.
Okay. So the only one we got wrong says top earner at last job. It says, why not put that down? Because an employer would like to know that Shane can deliver goods, that he is productive. Okay, so that would be a good thing to put in your cover letter. And also for telemarketer, you can put, you work well under pressure, been in phone sales for 2 years, you're self-motivated, you're a good phone manner, you have a good phone manner. All right. Okay, and for the last one, who wants to
I
do
do
this
it.
last one? Who's that?
No.
Okay, this activity, it says Pam wants to respond to an ad for a night manager at a local restaurant. Click yes or no to help her decide what she should or should not include in her cover letter. Okay, so what does a night manager at a restaurant do? Okay, they work overnight, and what do they do? Lock up, and what else do they do? Throughout the evening. They cook, they may help the employees cook, what else? Sell food, okay. Okay, works well with people. 5 years in food services. Okay. Night managers make more money. Certified in food safety.
Yes.
Managed staff of 6 at last job.
Yes.
Restaurant is near home. Has basic cooking skills. All right, the hours fit her schedule. All right. Okay. Now, the one we got wrong is the one where it says hours fit her schedule.
No, we don't.
They say that you shouldn't put that down because it's obvious since Pam is applying for a night shift. Okay. So for a night manager, you need to make sure that you put that you work well with people, that any experience that you have in food services, that you're certified in food safety, whatever certifications that you need for that position, how many people you managed at your last job, and that you have basic teacher skills. Okay, any questions about what you should write in a cover letter? Okay. I'm gonna pass out this paper. You're gonna write a cover letter. And there's an example in Edmodo that you can go by. Take one second. Take one, pass it down. Okay, right now you're going to complete a cover letter. There are 2 documents that I loaded in Edmodo. One of them is a sample cover letter. You can look at it as a guide to write your own cover letter. Also, there is a reference sheet. It asks questions and it has you fill in the blank, certain things, to give you ideas of what to write in your cover letter. So here is the sample cover letter that you have logged in Edmodo. These parts are on this cover letter sheet. Now something is missing on the top of this letter. What is missing?
Date.
Your return address.
No, your information. And it's on the top of the sheet.
I got money.
You don't have to. So make sure it's just a real cover letter that you do it. You do a real cover letter. So make sure that you put your heading, that's your information up top. Then you have a date. Then you have the employer information. Salutation, what's in the first paragraph? Again, introduction, it introduces what you're applying for and what are your qualifications, just a brief summary of those things. Middle paragraph is, you go into more details about your qualifications and your skills, correct? Last paragraph is conclusion. You put your contact information and you also thank the employer. And after that is your closing, your signature, and any enclosures at the bottom, okay? What's that?
What the organization name is?
Refer to your career of interest. You've done an application, right? And so you have an employer on the application, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the company you would like to work for? Okay, you put the company name, okay? You can write that down. The manager's name, if you know the hiring manager's name. If you don't, you can put the title. You can put hiring director or hiring manager. Company name. And you can go online and look up the address of the employer. Okay, this is the record sheet that's also in Edmodo. You can use this as a guide on what you need to write in your letter. Any questions? Okay, you can get started.